Hello, guys. Finally, another time for a Shein video. Um, this time, I would like to bring to you a deck profile that I've been testing around with before Phantom Rage came out, but I have not liked it until I tested it again with a couple of old techs that I once played in Nekroz, but threw away, and now I got them back and they seem to do their job really well. Anyways, this is Nekroz Dogmatika Eldlich. I'm presenting to you this deck over a combo Nekroz deck because I personally don't like the place of combo Nekroz. It's a very linear and boring deck, in my opinion. But if you guys want to, I could also do a video on that soon. Um, Also, before I start with the deck profile, if anybody is interested in seeing more theory videos, I unfortunately have been out of the format for a while, but I think a lot of things still apply to this format as it did to Rise of the Duelist format. And I think I can still apply some aspects of it. And if you have specific requests on what I should theorize or talk about in a podcast-like fashion, leave it in the comments, please. I appreciate comments more than likes or subscriptions, even though I appreciate all of those things. Comments always light up my heart, and if you have any suggestions what videos I can discuss for you guys, I will think about it and give my 2 cents about those topics. So anyways, let's get to the deck profile. So, first of all, we are starting with the main deck. And of course with the Nekroz part, because that is why you guys are here. Also leave in the comments if you want to see this mat or my Nekroz mat. I personally like this mat because I made it myself. I may leave a link in the description if anybody's interested on the design. So this is 3 Brinax. Standard. This in combo you play 2 Unicorns in my opinion because this breaks you in combo a lot, and the combo board doesn't want to really end on Unicorn. It rather wants to end on like extra deck negates plus Christia plus anything that you can get out, just as unbreakable of a board as possible. And that's why like Unicorn doesn't like extra deck monsters, even yours, and that's why a lot of combo versions may not play this at its full capacity. To Klaus, because you need a consistent way to get to your ritual engine, to your ritual spells. 1 Trish, because 2 is Bricky, and 1 Valk, because 0 is less bricky, but 1 he just comes up in the weirdest moments. And because he's searchable, you can at least make an argument for playing him. Also, in this deck, he has a little bit more synergy because if you summon him, you could tribute a couple of cards in this and get some value out of this. So this rounds up all the Nekroz ritual monsters. But we're not done with the ritual monsters yet because I'm saying hello to my favorite old ritual package, which is the incantations. Triple Chalice Slime, because you really want to see this card. It has synergies with not only the Nekroz part, but also the Eldlich part of the deck due to its discard effect. You can do a very nice combo that I will be showing off at the end of the video with this, and Golden Lord, where you can get a nice amount of value. And that rounds up all the ritual monsters. We also, of course, play 1 Shirt because he helps you tutor out Trishula and Chain Block, and Chain Blocking can be really relevant. Also, its attack is pretty convenient for being under 1000. Of course, we cannot play incantations without the bricks. 1 of Pensaplume, 2 of Candle, and 2 of the card you never want to draw ever again. myths say that if you play low rare, you would get less of this in the hand. But since I like to play everything as high rare as I have accessible, super rare is also good. Um, this engine is very strong at getting more consistency out of your Nekroz cards and also getting value with your spells, which is really nice, and playing through hand traps a bit more consistently than the pure Nekroz engine does. I've been playing without it a lot. And the main issue is that you just get to that point where your opponent just throws hand traps at you and you can't play because you get hand trapped once. This like lets Ash be less showstopper. But with this, you have to be careful that you don't play into Nibiru because it sometimes happens that you get very close to 5 summons, and it's often better just to stay at 4 summons rather than getting wrecked by Nibiru. Because the main issue about Nibiru is it being a 3,000 body, and 3,000 bodies are really hard to get rid of in a Necroz fashion. That rounds up all of the incantation monsters. Also, because we're playing an Eldlich deck, we of course have to play the Golden Lord himself in gold, of course, because he's a Golden Lord. He, I really love this rarity, and I happily upgraded my deck with this rarity because it just looks so good. I already liked gold rare, but this is just next level. Golden Lord has a couple of nice combos, like with Shuret. I mean, not Shuret, Klausalas. You can activate the effect of Klausalas, getting you a spell. Then you can use the spell to discard with Lord to get rid of any card on your opponent's side. So you got spot removal before you summon monsters. And if you don't have any monsters on field, you could banish the Klausalas and the spell that you discarded to get another spell. So you still get the spell surge and you get the Golden Lord in graveyard. So you could either summon the Golden Lord with another spell, or you could just do Nekroz plays while also having a nice sending targeting spot removal, and not being destructive is pretty nice. Also, this can help you out Dragoon sometimes, but only in combination with other Nekroz cards, which is pretty swell. Then we also are playing a Dogmatika engine, which is 1 Maximus, 1 Fleur de Lis, and triple of our girl Ecclesia. You could, of course, run Starlight Rares, but like I don't have 3, so my friends told me I shouldn't play her until I get 3 of her. Still looking for good prices. If anybody got me covered for under 300 euros, I'd be interested. This engine, of course, is very strong with Nekroz because Maximus is engine machine, and he sets up a lot of fairies in graveyard. He does a lot of work. The fairy part is relevant when I come to the side deck. Also, a card that may be considerable over Fleur de Lis is the Dogmatika Ayashin that literally came out a couple days ago. And you could play it because it recycles Dogmatika cards, which is great. And it's easier to summon than Fleur de Lis in this deck because you send a lot of extra deck monsters to the graveyard due to the Nekroz engine. And yeah, retrieving cards is good. So this card is technically harder to summon, but this is good in so many weird matchups. Like if you get a Zexold, getting this is very, very potent. Like some people like wait till you like summon something, and then if you summon something, you could just get this out, and then on your opponent's turn, you summon this in before they end their turn, and then you run over the Zexo if they summon any other monster, so that you can take care of the Zexo board. Zexo is really, really bad against the Dogmatika stuff if you play it incorrectly or you don't have any follow-up, and that's why I still play him. And also he helps you out Dragoon, because Dragoon can be a problem. And Maximus, as said, is the main reason you play the Dogmatika engine in Nekroz. That covers all of the monsters of the main deck. We, of course, still got an extra deck to cover, which, and of course, we got spells. So first of all, triple prep. Can't play a Nekroz deck without those. I've seen so many people play Nekroz without this card. I find it absurd that people always sometimes like to forget to play this card. I joke about it a lot if people forget this card. It's just so much value, especially in the mid to late game. There's no better top deck than this for the Nekroz engine itself. Maybe Nadir Servant, but it's Nadir Servant. It's a really strong card. Speaking about strong cards, this is the best one of in the deck. This generates so much advantage and will be relevant with Golden Lord in the combo. Then one Kaleidoscope, two Cycle, one Mirror. We don't have to play too many Nekroz ritual cards. You could play two Kaleidoscope too, which would be good with the Golden Lord, so you get like the banish effect of the Nekroz ritual spells a little bit more often, and like have more staying power for the deck. But I think one is fine, so you don't break too much on them. So yeah, the effect in the graveyard is pretty relevant because of the Golden Lord and the Klausulas interaction. For non-Nekroz cards, non-ritual cards, triple Cursed Eldlich, because this searches Golden Lord, and yeah, does more stuff with Golden Lord. Just good card. Pay 800 is surely feeling great. And what also is feeling great is sending cards from your extra deck to the graveyard to search yourself cards that send stuff from the extra deck to the graveyard. This is a really nice removal tool, getting consistency, and that it can search from the graveyard too is also really nice, even though it means that this deck dies even harder to Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansion. And last spell card is One Heartbeat's Feather Duster. I heard back removal can be really effective against Floodgates, especially if your locals like to play shitty Mind Axe, and you just slap them with this. If they don't have an answer to Heartbeat Feather Duster, it's GG, because they will hardly recover. Then we also are playing some trap cards. We are playing triple of Scarlet Sanguine. This helps you get out your Eldlich, the Golden Lord. Golden Lord is pretty good in the deck. What is not as good is the trap cards. So I'm only playing two of the Conquistador and one of the Hakero. I thought of playing 3 and 2, but the thing is, I want to play like those so you have like exactly the amount of searches, so that you have like 3 of the golden lands and 3 of the elixirs. This means that you have like exactly the search amount of targets, so you get the most recursion out of it. And then the last trap card and the last card of the main deck is going to be Dogmatika Punishment. Really, really strong trap cards, especially if you don't summon too much out of the extra deck. This card is excellent. I also heard that the Virtual World deck really likes to have cards from on the field and target them. So I think you could do some good job on popping monsters, I guess. For the extra deck, we have a tendency to drop a lot of cards from the extra deck to the graveyard, as many Nekroz players may know. So let's bling those out that we're dropping to the extra deck, from the extra deck into the graveyard, and play Triple Herald. I really, really love how they look. Look at this. This is insane. They look better unsleeved, but gods, I really enjoy this rarity upgrade. We also run one Omega. Omega is generally good with a Dogmatika punishment and the general Dogmatika engine, due to it being able to recycle engine parts from the graveyard. Really, really good card. And also, this can be relevant in matchups where people play a lot from the graveyard, so that you shuffle back their resources from the graveyard. We also play triple Elder Entity Intus. Also, nice rarity upgrade. Very good. Two pop cards. You could play two if you got an AA Zeus. I don't have an AA Zeus yet. You'll see later why we can play AA Zeus. This card generally helps with spot removal and is really good with Nadir Servant due to it being 2500 attack and therefore searching every Dogmatika card except for Nexus. But we don't care about Nexus. Speaking about Dogmatika cards, this searches Dogmatika cards. One of is enough. For Xyz, because we're playing Xyz, because I don't like to get wrecked by Zodiac and them summoning a Megaclops and just like sitting on the Megaclops. So we're playing one Castell to have a level rank 4 owl. Because we're playing Eldlich, we can also play the Gustav Max, which means we can burn for time, and we play one Pleiades, so that if we ever end up having two traps, we get a good way to out cards. And as said, if you got AA Zeus, you have the option of just running it and then getting the free insane monster if you just run over something. You could also play Cowboy, and with Cowboy you could run over stuff, which is really cool. And then you could also do burn damage in time if you're that. And then these are flex spots for your side deck. One Almirage, because generally a good link monster to get rid of other monsters, specifically when in the side deck. Secure Gardener to get rid of the Almirage. One Area, because this can search Nekroz cards. I think it searches Brionac, as far as I am aware. Yeah, it searches with 1500 or less defense. And then one Link Spider. This is relevant because the Eldlich traps are normal monsters, and you want to sometimes link away the normal monsters. The secure Gardener effect is going to be relevant because sometimes we're going to be low on life points, hint, hint. And speaking about being low on life points, let's get to the side deck. You notice that I am not running combo in the main deck. Joke's on you, I still run combo in the side deck because some combo decks really don't want to be let to special summon, so we are running those in the side deck. So what we're going to do in the side deck is if we get to go first against a combo deck, the best way to stop them is to not even let them special summon. And Archulete Christia is a great way to do that. And because we're playing a back row deck, they may side in back row hate. And if they side in back row hate, you just go and put this. Hopefully they even side out hand traps. And then you just completely blow them out with this. Generally, against this deck, Impermanence is not good until you side this thing in. If you side this thing in, then Impermanence is, of course, a great card against Gildagra and Christia. But without that, Imperm can, at best, hit a Unicorn. So, yeah. And we are playing in a combo-heavy format that has hand loops if the combo goes through, so we unfortunately have to do this. Hand traps in the side deck. I'm not running him in the main deck because Nekroz really doesn't like hand traps. I will just side the Eldlich engine out for this because the Eldlich engine is not that good going second. At least the trap cards are not. And speaking about going second, this is also good going second. Yeah, that wraps up the entire deck. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As said, leave in the comments if you are interested in seeing more theory videos and what kind of theory videos you want to see. Otherwise, peace out.